Hello everyone, this is Mimi, and welcome back to A Cup of English. Obeying without thinking becomes a natural and instinctive behavior for people who were raised with the submissive complex. It's a habit instilled in us since childhood by our parents, family members, teachers. You don't know how to control it or how to get rid of it because it lives deep in your subconscious. You can't switch it off. The submissiveness comes out instinctively before you even allow yourself to pause and think whether what the other person is saying or doing is acceptable. Somebody insults you and you stay quiet. Your body tingles with anger, but you're unable to respond because you're afraid others might think you're a bad person. You shrink in your bed at night, your tears soak in the pillow. You keep replaying the conversation in your head, all the humiliating things you could have said but didn't. You're unable to hurt other people's feelings, even if they've hurt yours. You are a good person, kind, respectful, forgiving. You respect your elders, even if they're rude to you. You don't talk back. You don't stand up to yourself because deep down you believe that staying silent makes you good. That's what you were taught. That's what you grew up believing. Now you're an adult. You study at the university. You have a romantic partner, a roommate, and you start noticing the pattern more often. Before, you didn't pay attention to it. You thought it was the right thing to do. But now, you're starting to see how it's affecting you, how it's shaping your quiet, almost non-existent personality. Your classmate asks you to do their homework and you agree without hesitation. Your roommate eats the food you bought for yourself or wears your clothes without your permission and you don't say a word. Your group of friends decide where to go and what to do on the weekends, and you just follow along, quietly, obediently, blending in. You can't make a decision for yourself because your parents always made them for you, and now you're stuck, trapped in this endless cycle, unable to break free. It tortures you. It keeps you awake at night. Your boss at work expects you to work extra hours because whenever they ask you, you comply. Everyone leaves and you're there, alone, at the office, cursing yourself for not turning down his request. But now, it's too late. You build up the courage to finally speak, to confront the roommate who took advantage of you or the partner who treated you badly. You're ready to tell them how you feel, but suddenly your tongue feels numb. You start sweating, your heart is racing in your chest, and once again, you say nothing. There are moments in life when you start realizing that you've been living on autopilot, that the person you became wasn't a choice, it was a result of how you were raised, of how you were taught to tolerate, of how often you said yes when every part of you wanted to say no. You think you're kind, you think you're being good, but sometimes goodness is just fear dressed as obedience. And before you know it, you forget who you were before you started pleasing everyone else. But that silence you mistake for peace, it's not peace, it's fear. You've spent so long trying not to disturb the water that you forgot how to swim in it. Every time you swallow your words, you sink a little deeper. And the worst part is, no one even notices, because you've trained everyone to believe you're okay with being invisible. But one day, something changes. It's small, barely noticeable. Someone crosses a line, and for the first time, you don't smile it away. You don't nod. You don't laugh it off. Your voice trembles, but it comes out anyway. You say no. Just one word. Soft, uneven, but real. And that's how it begins. The unlearning. You start realizing that you don't owe everyone your obedience, that love isn't measured by how much you endure, and that your quietness was never kindness. It was self-abandonment disguised as grace. It's not easy. You'll shake, you'll doubt yourself, you'll want to apologize for taking up space, but every time you choose your voice, you come back to yourself a little more. And one day, you'll look back at the version of you that kept shrinking for everyone else, and you'll whisper, "You can rest now." Thank you for listening. If this resonated with you and you found a way to stand up for yourself, please share it in the comments. Someone out there might need to hear your story. This was Mimi from A Cup of English. Take care and have a good day.